Let's go. My god, it's so loud every time. An assassin appears out of nowhere and tries to kill my carry. I throw my crowd control ability on her to lock her down. It works. She didn't kill my carry. I accept my carry is an idiot and he thinks he's invincible and goes into the enemy team.
An ally has been
Of course, he dies instantly. I groan as I feel the urge to slap someone through a monitor. Oops, lol. Sorry, my bad. At least he knows when he's made a mistake. I smile at the message, feeling a little less angry. Most carriers would have blamed the support for dying. When he respawns, he joins me and faces the enemy once more. The assassin is back, this time managing to deal quite a bit of damage as my own abilities are on cooldown. But my carry pulls a miracle escape and turns the fight around. He's killing them. With my support, the carry is able to kill the rest of the team. We push into their base and take the win. With that little kills? That's crazy. Ah, good. I can sleep now that I won. Can't end on a loss, right? Notification pops up and I see Leo Star wants to friend me. It's the carry. Thanks for the save, lol. You did real well. Well, played at the end there, lol. Yeah, Sansa is broken though. You main her? I play a few other support champs as well. Ah, I see. Are you a girl? Mostly girls play Sansa. I am. Cool. Your name really Vanan? Why would it be, lol? It's my online nickname. I don't know, lol. Some people use their names in Arena. Can't say I've seen them. Like me. I'm Leo. Guess I stand corrected, lol. So what's your name? I take a break from Arena chat to take in a deep breath. Why does this feel like I've had this conversation 1,000 times already? They add me because they see me playing Sansa, a support champion. They assume I'm a girl and they immediately ask for my name. I'll go out on a limb and say they'll probably ask if I have a boyfriend or not too. I'm pretty sure Mero or Cinna don't get those types of friends requests. I'm heading off. I want to sleep. Oh, come on. Let's play one more. Please? You're a good support. They're hard to come by, lol. Nah, I already stayed up far too long. I need to get up for work tomorrow. Fair enough. What kind of work do you do? I make cosplays. Oh shit, really? That's so cool. Show me some pics? Sure, here's my tweeter. Wow, you cosplayed Sansa. That's some good shit. Can I get a selfie? Don't feel like it. Going to sleep now. And I sign off Arena. Guys like these are a dime a dozen and they're always so off-putting. I rest my face on my pillow, unable to sleep. There's something so weird about my monitor. I rest my face on my pillow, unable to sleep. There's this uneasiness inside of me. It's when I left Aiden's place. I keep recounting everything in my head. The things I've done, lines I've crossed, things I felt. I'm still figuring out how I feel. Everything is a mess. I haven't talked to Aiden in a couple of days. Well, I'm more or less avoiding him, to be honest. Can't face my fears, so to speak. And fears, boy, do I have them. All this time I've been afraid of taking a step forward with Aiden, to get romantically involved with him, to admit I have feelings, to admit I'm not like most other women. I almost snort into my pillow. I really hate that line. I'm not like other girls. But it does feel like it. Society tries to get me to behave a certain way, to like a certain type of person, to be obedient. I see hordes of girls lusting after very masculine men and calling them daddy, saying they want to be taken by them. I've never felt like that. When I went out on those dates, every single time they behaved in a way that was forward or exhibiting old-fashioned gender roles, my interest plummeted. This is so me. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like against muscly men or whatever, but they're unless they're like in a BL, they're portrayed, and that's because typically in a BL there will be a feminine and masculine role. You know what I mean. If you read BL, you know what I mean when I say that. But yeah, you don't really see like a effeminate muscular man. I'm not saying I want like a complete sub and someone with has panic attacks all the time, someone who struggles to whatever, right? Like Aiden. I'm not saying that's my type exactly, because in a sense I still do want to be looked after, and some other kind of stereotypical things. I don't want to be like looked after in a stereotypical way, but just like, I don't know how to describe it, okay? If anyone plays Love in Deep Space, Caleb is exactly my type. So you'll know that what my type is, but people try to, it's so hard to be on Twitter and like be in that fandom because people will put their own, which is completely normal by the way, will put their desires of what they want, like they want a daddy dom or whatever, so they're like, oh, Caleb acting dom or whatever. I'm just like, just not for me. And I don't see him that way either. So, but it's I don't know, it's just also annoying, but this does feel so targeted towards me. Because it does feel, like what I was saying about being in that fandom, I feel like I'm in such a minority about, I don't want any of the guys to be like a daddy dom or whatever. And the fact that Silas calls you kitten, I cannot listen to him in English. I hate that nickname. Anyway. But not with AIDEN, and I've messed everything up. I groan and drop my face into my pillow. Maybe I should talk to Mero about this tomorrow. He did offer his advice after all. I don't know what that guy can offer if he couldn't even help himself. But then again, you know, you might not be able to help yourself, but you can help other people. Time to see if Mero is online. He's not. Hey. Oh. Just appearing offline? Okay. Hiya. I can't play right now. Eating dinner soon. Lol. I don't want to play Arena right now. What are you making? Trying out this baked rice recipe with chicken. That actually sounds pretty good. I hope it's good. Should be another 10 minutes or so in the oven. How's stuff going with Sinner? Good, I guess. You guess? I mean, there aren't any problems or anything. Sinner's being a real gentleman. Sounds like an oxymoron, lol. I just struggle a bit with, he's being too nice. Too nice? I know, it sounds weird. But he hasn't really made fun of me anymore. I fail to see the downside of that. Isn't he just being more considerate to you now? Yeah, I guess. But I kind of miss it. I miss his teasing. Even though you always complained, lol. That doesn't mean I didn't like it. Lol. So you enjoyed it when Sinner messed with you. Even that one time when he pretended to be your long-lost brother. Okay, that one went too far. But I don't know how to really explain it. I just miss having him mess with me. Guess you're the type who likes being bullied. Hey. Art. Maybe a little. Say, Mero, have you always been like this? Been like what? Have you always liked guys like Sinner? You mean, have I always been gay? Lol, no, sorry. I meant his type. Have you always liked guys like him? Lol. Kinda? My first crush was on this boy in kindergarten. He'd come over in the sandbox and kick over my sandcastle, but then he'd give me an ice cream when I cried. Are you saying it's okay to be an asshole as long as you get ice cream? No! I don't know how to really explain it. I just like how confident in it is. How he can make me laugh and cry at the same time. Mero, do you consider yourself as submissive? Is it not obvious? Oh my god, it's not obvious? Is that why Sinner is nicer to me? Well, no, I don't think that's it. It's just that I've been thinking about myself, about the things I like. You mean Ziggy? Ouch. I guess it's obvious, huh? You two have been flirting for a while now. What's the issue? Well, you say you're a sub, right? Yeah. I think I'm not. Ah. I mean, you certainly never gave me that vibe either. Vanana, you a dom? I don't know. I've never looked into that stuff, femdom and whatnot, and I don't really relate to latex outfits and whips. Some of that stuff looks straight up like torture porn. Ah, yeah. But not everything is like that, you know? Not so hardcore, I mean. You make of it what you want. I'm not sure what I want. But it's definitely not dominant men, that's for sure, lol. Well, if you like Ziggy, what's the problem? Did he ask you to dom for him? No. Nothing like that. It feels awkward to explain. I just kinda did it. Did what? I guess I went dom on him. Pouncing cougar. Hey! Did you scare him off? That's the weird part. I've done things with him like horny shit, and everything was all fine and dandy, but it's the normal stuff that made me scared. I don't know, ugh. Did you talk to him about it? I guess that's where everything went wrong, because we never talked about it. Oh. If you get into a sub-dom relationship, it's best to talk about boundaries and whatnot. Though I'm just repeating what I read online, I have not really had a relationship like this before. To be fair, Ziggy and I aren't in a relationship either. I'm kind of avoiding him right now. You should talk to him. He seems like a nice guy. Yeah, he did nothing wrong. It was all me. Well, I mean, aside from the fact he catfished me before, lol. It's been a while ago now. And you know what he looks like. Yeah, I do. Man, relationships are hard. I know. Go tell Sinner to bully you, lol. Maybe if that's what it takes. Oh, I heard my oven go off. Enjoy your food. Being so lost in my thoughts, I had totally forgotten that I had plans with my brother. Ever since we moved out of the house, we decided to have dinner at each other's places once in a blue moon. It's to make sure we still kept in touch. This time it was my turn to cook, and I had completely forgotten. Raphael pokes the macaroni and cheese with his fork. I know there's this entire stereotype of broke 20-somethings not being able to cook. He starts slowly. But this? Did you buy it pre-packaged? Hey, I have. I cooked the macaroni myself. And the cheese? Store-bought. Raphael gives me a disappointed look and I can feel it in my bones. Next time you're at my place, I'm throwing chicken nuggets in my air fryer as dinner, he says, pointing his fork at me. I shrug. Fair enough. I thought you weren't busy at the moment, what with ClainerCon being done, he says. It's a quiet period, yes, I agree. Then why'd you forget, huh? Is your little brother that unimportant to you? He asks, feigning hurt. I roll my eyes at his dramatic show. Can't I have other things on my mind? Isn't your head just empty most of the time? I pout at him. Funny, I thought your head was full of water. Raphael grins at me. Only some of the time. I sigh, shoveling some mac and cheese in my mouth like a source of comfort. Raphael, you think I'm weird, right? Goes without saying. See, I can't tell whether you say that because I'm your sister or because I'm genuinely, I don't know, weird. He cocks an eyebrow at me. Is this a new way to try out reverse psychology? It's just... Don't talk about this with your brother. I've been thinking. Hold the presses. My sister is thinking. I'll poison your food next time if you don't let me finish. I warn him. He innocently holds up his hands, dropping his fork. A few months ago, I was trying online dating, I admit, right around the time when I asked about your type. I'm so glad I never came across you in my results. Yuck. I deleted my profile after a few bad dates. Oh, you actually got dates? Not surprised, women get all the attention on dating apps. Raphael heaves a disappointed sigh. I mostly got booty calls from the men. Women didn't even reply to me, and if they did, they said I was too short. I guess my brother has his own problems with dating. I think I just don't know what I want, I say slowly. That isn't really true either. Aiden awakened some things inside of me, and I feel like I spoiled it all. Isn't that what your 20s are for? Figuring out what you want? Raphael points out. I give him a wry smile. I guess you're right. I've got time to figure it out. Then I suddenly remembered something about Aiden. Hey, Raphael, remember when you got second place at that science thingy when you were younger? Raphael shoots me a dirty glare. I'll never forget. I was robbed. Robbed, I tell you. I met the guy who got first place, I say, smirking. What? How? When? Only found out recently, I reply. Hey, did he still remember me? I should have gotten first prize for that. I simply laugh at him, deciding to keep Aiden's identity a secret from him from now. But what Raphael said resonates with me. I need time to figure things out, and I need to talk with Aiden. Finally. I'm nervous. Anxiety is a pool that I feel like I'm drowning in. I'm being dramatic, but that about sums up my feelings. I have to talk to Aiden. I have to apologize to him for everything, I guess. He's already sent me a few messages since I went cold turkey on him, but thankfully he had gotten the message and stopped sending me messages once I didn't respond, which makes me feel even worse, to be honest. There's a small part in me that hopes he's not online so that I can simply write him a wall of text and peace out. Who cares about facing your fears when you can simply run away again? But his status indicator is green. He's online. Damn it. Alright, Valkii, get a grip. Turn my light back around. Hey, the guys are asking to play arena. You want to join? Alright, I see you're busy. Hey, you there? Are you not answering me because of what happened last time? Well, I'm still here if you want to talk. Hey. Hi. How's it going? Ugh, I feel guilty. He's being so nice. Sorry for disappearing for a few days. Understandable. No, not really. I was being a coward. I was trying to get myself sorted. Why is that? I don't know where to begin, but I want to apologize for all the things I've done to you. Last time we were together, I crossed the line. I'm sorry. You make it sound like you've done a grave injustice. Well, I have. It wasn't right of me to do all those things to you without even asking if it was alright. But it is alright with me. That's not true. You were upset last time. Well, I'm not saying I'm not. I was mad at you for catfishing me. Sorry. But I kept using that as an excuse to do things to you. Actually, thinking about it now with a much clearer head, wow, I've been manipulative. I would have stopped talking to you if I didn't like it. Would you? Really? I don't think you would have. And I used that to my advantage, knowing you'd take it. Because you like me, right? So of course you'd let it slide. Ugh. I still have a mind of my own, you know. I'm just not comfortable with what I've done. I'm sorry. So what does that mean? I think I just need time away from you to think. You don't want to talk to me anymore? I do some really weird stuff when I'm with you. It's better if there's some distance. Sorry. It's not forever. I'm guessing you don't want to go to the cruise con anymore? We both want a ticket. You're free to do whatever you want with yours. I think it's better if you give my ticket away to someone else then. Alright. Look, Aiden, I think you're a great guy. Maybe things would have been different if we met under different circumstances, but I'm just not comfortable with myself right now. So yeah. I understand. Take care, Vanan. I'm sad. I hate this. God, I feel awful. Like a potato. It's not right of me to continue talking to Aiden like nothing is wrong, like everything is fine. It wasn't. And Aiden is too much of a pushover to speak up. Was it the right thing to do? I could have done something different. Maybe I didn't need to cease contact with him. But after kissing him and seeing his expression like that, Aiden just went along with whatever I did because he has a thing for me and is vying for my attention, so I'll accept whatever I thrust at him. Even if it's something dubious and concerning. It wasn't right of me. I wish I didn't have to, because I did really enjoy my time with him. But I just need to focus on me for a bit. I probably would have continued to escalate things with Aiden until I did something unforgivable. Yeah, I don't trust myself enough to say I wouldn't have. Sorry, Aiden. I guess we won't be going on the cruise together. I'm sad. Continue. I'm sad. My hands browse through the different kinds of bikinis one by one. I'm here shopping with Lexi, who does not own any swimwear. If you just told me, we wouldn't be here, Lexi groans. Well, sorry, I sigh. I thought I asked you to come. You didn't. You just asked me what time you should pick me up. I was so confused. Sorry, I repeat apologetically again. I really did think I asked you. I guess I must have been having an episode of brain fog, because remembering events from the past week feels like a chore. Like, I can't really recall anything I've done so far. Must have dreamt it, I say. Must have, she mutters with a pout as she continues to browse through the racks. As much as I had hyped myself up for this trip, now that it's almost here, I feel like I couldn't care less. It's been a few weeks since I stopped talking with Aiden, and it's honestly harder than I thought it would be. We were supposed to go together, but here I am, still figuring things out. It makes me feel stupid. At least yet, Lexi said yes when I asked her to come. Alright, I'll try this one, she says, picking out a red bikini. Hope I won't get catcalled by anyone, though, she says with a sigh. I know it's a cruise, but it's still a con. And they can't exactly boot them off the ship either, I say, agreeing. I mean, they can, but they can't, but we technically could, she smirks. Just say it was an accident, she suggests with a chuckle. Man overboard! I chuckle at her as well. Eventually, Lexi settles on a bikini and we're out of the store, preparing for the trip tomorrow. It was wrong going without him. Everything looks so chic and sparkly. It's an expensive-looking cruise ship. Lexi and I stare at the decorations in awe as we arrive. People are bustling about, though none of them are dressed in cosplay. Apparently, the cruise con had a cosplay ban. I don't blame them. Being stuck out on the ocean with each other for 4 days is a hard task. They have to keep the peace in order, and it's easier if people aren't walking around with fake weapons. Lexi twirls around in front of the stairs. Did we get a suite? She asks excitedly. I know I won these tickets, but I doubt we won such a big prize, I answer. We likely got a normal two-person cabin. Hand me the itinerary, she asks, holding out her hand. I dig through my bag and fish out the pamphlet, which charts our route as well as what's happening on which days. It's 4 days long, with each day having a new panel and theme. We'll be sailing towards the south of Europe, where the temperature is much more pleasant than it is right here. So cool! We get to visit Spain and Portugal, Lexi says cheerfully as she reads through it. That's the fun part of a cruise. You get to visit several different countries, I point out with a smile. Lexi's excitement is infectious, and I'm starting to feel my mood improve. I should make the most of this trip. It's only 4 days, but I get to relax and enjoy some of my hobbies, like nerding out about games. I know there's a couple of content creators for Arena on this cruise, which should be fun. Let's dump our stuff in our room before we explore, says Lexi. We go find our room. Oh, it's a double bed. Hey, Lexi. No, never mind. Seeing the small cabin with a 2-person bed makes me halt at the door for a moment. Lexi worms her way past me, not understanding why I stood still. Oh, it's not bad, she says, throwing her suitcase on the floor and sitting on the bed. Enough room to walk, at least. She quickly goes to check the bathroom as I settle down my own belongings. I stare at the bed and can't help but think that could have been me and Aiden instead, together in one bed on a cruise. Oh my god, it's a true one bed problem. I'm sure I would have enjoyed it, but I'm also sure I'd have done things that I would regret. My weird urges around him, they're still there, just floating near the surface, waiting to come out. At least we're physically separated now, even by a couple of countries. I need to use this cruise to take my mind off him. The bathroom is tiny, Lexi complains, popping her head out of the bathroom. I take a quick look and my face pulls into a grimace. That is small, I agree with her. It's cramped and there's hardly any room to stand. But it doesn't matter, we'll be spending most of our time out in one of the restaurants or bars or on the deck. Or the deck. We should go check out the restaurants, Lexi suggests, before heading off to the booths. Yeah, not a bad idea, I say. The event hasn't started yet anyway, since we all just boarded the ship. Time to grab some food. Ugh, why is he here? As we exit our cabin and make our way through the small hallway, I notice someone familiar in the distance. I immediately turn away to hide my face. Greg, what is he doing here? What's wrong? Lexi asks as she stops walking. Got stomach cramps? No, at the end of the hallway is that jerk Greg, I explain. Lexi looks over my shoulder and indeed sees Greg with another guy. Again? Why is he always ruining our fun? Lexi groans. You think he's stalking me? I ask, worried. I don't know, but he hasn't seen you yet. Let's take another exit. Lexi and I turn the other way and go through the other exit. I can't believe he's on this cruise too. I breathe in the fresh air as I lean over the railing, watching us sail away from civilization. Blech, I hope we won't run into him again, says Lexi. I sigh in response, fixing my gaze on the horizon. I feel like whenever I hang out with you, he's there. What? Are you saying it's my fault? Lexi exclaims, hurt. No, of course not. He just seems to have a knack for ruining our fun, I say quickly. Well, we're not going to let him. We're going to visit some events, and swim in the pool, and we're going to visit some foreign countries, Lexi boasts. I smile at her, feeling a little better. Alright, let's go explore. Together with Lexi, we find the buffet and have some lunch, and then visit one of the events on the ship. Crowd moves through the lobby, visiting the various available booths. This event is about a popular anime, though I have only seen a couple of episodes. Regardless, people are excited about it. There are fan artists selling their fan art, and even voice actors are having a panel. Lexi and I browse through the various booths, and I stop by an artist selling prints of a particular ship. I recognize the characters. They play a minor part in the story, so they're not very popular. Interested in Shiratema? Asks the artist. Oh, I haven't really seen the anime all that much, I confess. Is it a popular ship? The artist shakes her head. It's not very popular, but we're a close community because of it. Here, check out some of the art I did for them. The artist pulls out a binder full of their art. Are you okay with 18 plus stuff? She asks, her voice a little hushed. I'm okay with it, provided it's nothing like... I answer. She opens up the binder and I browse through the various art pieces. Some of them are indeed of a sexual nature, and I can immediately see why it's not a very popular ship. Ignoring the fact it's a het ship, which always seems less popular than slash ships, I can see that the pairing is about femdom. I flip through the pages. The guy is drawn very erotically and demure, with the woman always seen in positions of power. It's not like the femdom I'm used to. She's not wearing latex outfits, nor is she whipping the guy. No, most of these depictions are rather vanilla, but the roles are reversed. Instead of the woman being embraced, moaning out in pleasure, it's the man who's doing it. I study one piece of art in particular. The guy has these puppy dog-like eyes, and he's lying naked in bed, his hands bound above his head. He's wearing a black collar with a chain attached to it. A tall woman with flowing blonde hair is seen stepping on his chest and pulling on the chains. I've seen this type of scenario plenty of times when searching for the femdom online, a guy being stepped on, except this time the focus was on the man. The woman is mostly seen from behind and out of view. The focus is on the guy's chest and face. This is good, I compliment the artist. Oh, thank you. I got a lot of positive comments about that one. I can see why. It feels soft somehow. Yes, Shirama is such a soft boy. He's the perfect sub, the artist says enthusiastically. The perfect sub, huh? Maybe I should continue watching the show after all, I say with a laugh. I guess not all femdom creators have to be the same. There's something appealing to it when it's depicted like this. I end up purchasing that specific print, then I go meet up with Lexi and enjoy the rest of the event. Oh, Lexi, you look so cute! The next day, Lexi and I decide to chill for a bit at the pool. Even from all the exploring we did yesterday, we haven't yet been to the pool. The events are fun, of course, but there's time to relax. The pool is nothing special, to be honest, but it's crowded and the temperature is very pleasant outside. You know, you're rocking that bikini, I compliment Lexi. She poses for me with a smile. All the more to attract greasy nice guys with, she jokes. I laugh at her, knowing full well how cons tend to attract a disproportionate amount of nice guys. Not actual decent people, but guys pretending they're nice just because they want to have sex with you. Where do you think we are? I ask Lexi. Well, the GPS on my phone says we're approaching Spain, she says, tapping her phone for more information. Oh yeah, they did say we'll be in Spain by today, I say, remembering the pamphlet and timeline of events. Come on, let's get us a seat, says Lexi, urging me towards the pool. We settle down on the blue lounges, observing all the people around us. So far, everyone looks fairly normal. There are no sword fights in the pool, for example, but hey, that's why there was a no cosplay rule. Did you buy anything nice? Lexi asks, referring to the event yesterday. I bought some nice prints, I say, not having shown Lexi them. It felt a little awkward to share porn prints with her. Just prints? That's a little boring. No cool gadgets. Got a keychain, I say, shaking my set of keys at her. There's a small keychain of an anime figure hidden among my keys. Oh, cute. I hope you don't lose it. I always tend to, she says with a sad undertone in her voice. But I got such a cute purse yesterday, Lexi says giddily as she brandishes a sparkly purse. It's from that pony show, Magic, Friendship and Fairies. I didn't realize you watched it, I reply. Arena isn't the only thing I'm interested in, you know. The purse is almost blinding me in the sunlight. All the magenta sequins are reflecting back the sun. That's a statement piece, all right, I chuckle. It's cute. I love it. Suddenly, we hear someone laugh behind us. Looks like something made for a toddler. I'll go away. Lexi and I both look around to see where the voice was coming from, but I didn't even need to guess. Ignore him, Valkii, Lexi grumbles. I wish I could, but it's hard when I know Greg is here, too. He's not even wearing a swimsuit. Did he legit come here to piss me off? Wait, did he know I was here? I tried to follow Lexi's advice. Just ignore him. How many seasons are out now for that show? I ask Lexi. I think season 4 is coming out at the end of the year. We can hear Greg and another friend of his talk louder since we're not engaging with them. Come on, dude, you know what happened last time, says his friend. Greg glares at me, but eventually walks away. Lexi and I sigh in relief. Finally, he doesn't harass me further. I wish I could dropkick him into the pool, though. That would release some pent-up aggression I have for sure. Want to go into the water? I ask. It wasn't too long ago that I went swimming, but I know Lexi wasn't there that time, as she had to go to work. Yeah, it's been ages, she exclaims. Hopefully our stuff will be okay. Oh my god, Greg's gonna fucking steal our shit, and then if Valkii brought the print with her, he's gonna be like, you like this shit? You like this fucking shit? I don't know. It's gonna be mean. Thankfully, it's not too crowded. Refreshing, I say as I come above water. Why does Spain get all the nice temperatures, asks Lexi. I bet the locals would say differently. Don't they have something like a siesta? I reply. A what now? Lexi quirks an eyebrow at me. Something like an afternoon break or nap. I think they do it because it's too hot to work. I exclaim. Explain. Lexi swims backwards in the water, looking up at the blue sky. Can you imagine if we had such a problem back home? She asks wistfully. I'd rather be hot than cold. Oh, Lexi, watch it, I warn her, noticing her path will be on collision with another person in the pool. Except Lexi doesn't hear me and continues to swim backwards and headbutts a guy in his chest. The guy coughs in response and falls back into the water, splashing. Lexi swims up straight, looking confused. I'm so sorry, she apologizes to him. Watch where you're going, the guy complains, splashing water at her. Lexi tries to swim away from him, and then I hear him groan out in pain, and Lexi looking onwards in shock. Wait, what just happened? That bitch, she just kicked me in the nuts, the guy cries out. I didn't mean to. My foot just happened to go there. I'm so sorry, Lexi cries out, swimming away. Get back here, he yells at her and starts to chase. Hey, back off, I tell him, swimming in between the both of them. Lexi immediately crawls out of the pool. Mind your own business. That bitch needs to be taught a lesson. She kicked me in the damn nuts. And it was an accident, and she's sorry. There's no need to escalate, I say, holding up my hands in front of him. Get out of my way, he says and pushes me down into the water. I come up, coughing for air. Bewildered, I look around me and see that the guy has gotten out of the pool and is accosting Lexi. My heart pumps adrenaline as I hear the sound of a whistle ring through my ears. I scramble to get out of the water as well. A crowd has now formed around Lexi and the guy. My wet feet leave water all over the wooden deck as I run to Lexi. Hey, piece of shit, get the hell away from her! I yell as I latch onto the guy's arm. Let go of me! Lexi pleads, trying to pull her wrist free from her assaulter. Another whistle rings again and people are pushed out of the way to make room for the lifeguard. Excuse me? Break it up, he yells, grabbing the guy from behind and forcing him off Lexi. My mind goes blank in a stupor. That's Aiden. Lexi pulls herself free and hisses at the guy, rubbing her wrist. You, go back to your cabin. From here on out, you are banned from visiting the pool, says Aiden as he whistles again. Banned? She's the one that kicked me, he cries out in response. Aiden pushes the palm of his hand against the guy's chest, preventing him from going after Lexi again. Cabin, now, or you'll be forced to go to the brig. I don't even know what the fuck that is, he huffs. It's the jail on the ship, you moron, I interject. I knew that, he grunts, then throws his hands up in the air and saunters off. Not before calling us bitches, of course. Lexi sighs in relief. Alright people, back to swimming, nothing to see here. Aiden addresses the crowd and blows his whistle. The crowd disperses and I finally have time to process things. Are you hurt anywhere? Aiden asks Lexi. I'm fine, she says, a bit unsure. What are you doing here, Aiden? I ask, addressing the elephant in the room. Aiden stretches out his uniform, perhaps on purpose, before he answers. I'm a lifeguard on Serenity of the Seas, or well, at least for this event only. He shyly rubs his hands together, his eyes cast downwards. They offered a job and I needed a temp job, he murmurs. I almost want to ask, why didn't you tell me you'd be here? But of course, I know I don't have the right to ask that question when I was the one to go no contact with him. Right, of course you need a job. I repeat. Well, I need to head back to my post. Please stay out of trouble. Aiden waves at us before he bows out of the conversation, resuming his work. I don't feel like swimming anymore, Lexi mutters. Agreed. Lexi and I visited the rest of the con. This time it featured booths about video games, including Arena. I should have been excited about it, but my mind kept going back to Aiden. He's on this ship as well, not something I thought would happen. I feel bad about the way I handled it, and how I told him I needed space. It's not like I've done much with that space. So here I am, staking out the place, hopefully running into Aiden if he ever finishes his shift, that is. After an hour of lounging on the deck and staring out at sea, I see the sun slowly set. People have been passing by me this entire time, but no sign of Aiden. Until I see his bright yellow shirt in the corner of my eye. The uniform is hard to miss. When he notices me on the lounge chair, he freezes up. He makes a few awkward movements as he approaches me, probably debating whether to acknowledge me as he passes by. Hey, Aiden, I call out to him, making the decision for him. He hunches over a bit, shifting his eyes around before shuffling his way over to me. I get up from the chair and walk towards the railing, hanging over it and staring at the sky. Hey, he greets me in return, standing next to me. So you really became a lifeguard here, huh? I state. Aiden takes a second to answer, the atmosphere between us not as easygoing as it was before. I needed the money, he answers. I did quit my job after all. I'm proud of you, I say, giving my honest opinion. Huh? Why? Aiden tilts his head to the side, giving me an odd look. Well, I know you quit being a lifeguard when you were a teenager. Seems you've become more comfortable in your own skin. Oh, he says, awkwardly looking down. Thanks, he says, scratching the side of his cheek. No matter how much time has passed since I've met him, all his mannerisms are still endearing to me. And thanks for helping out earlier with Lexi. You were really professional, I say, giggling slightly. I am a professional, he boasts. Don't have to tell me twice, I laugh. But my heart was racing, he admits. Whose wouldn't? I tilt my head to the side and give him a sly smile. Not feeling a little scared would be weird. With that, he returns my smile with one of his own. I can feel the tension between us lift, and Aiden appears to be more visibly relaxed. Hey, do they allow you to visit the events, or are you stuck on patrol at the pool the entire time? I ask. We work in shifts, so I do have the opportunity to enjoy the con during my breaks. I reply, thinking. Do you have some free time tomorrow? I ask. Tomorrow, he repeats. We can browse some booths together and maybe eat something that isn't the local buffet. Aiden chuckles. Is the buffet food not agreeing with you? I'm getting bored of it, to be honest, I reply. I know it's included in our ticket, but I'd rather have fresh food. They've got a bunch of restaurants here, including a sushi one, Aiden tells me. Sushi? Seems appropriate now that we're at sea. Want to eat some sushi? He asks. But you'd never ask, I tease him. Is Lexi okay with me tagging along? Oh, she goes off to do her own thing a lot anyway, I reply. She wouldn't mind. It's not like she hates you. Aiden stays quiet for a bit, looking down at his feet. Do you hate me? He asks in a tiny voice. I can feel my heart break into pieces. Quickly, I shake my head. No, of course not, Aiden. I know that I asked for space, but it's not because I dislike you. And I'm regretting my decision anyway. Talking to him like this feels very much like old times, and I missed it. Alright. I sigh, narrowing my eyes at the sunset. I was stupid for pushing him away. I missed you, Aiden says out of the blue. I can feel my stomach make a flip and my cheeks heat up in response. That was bold of him. I'm playing with you too, he adds clumsily. There's a side of me that wants to tease him and ask if he took this job just so he could have the opportunity to talk to me, but currently I feel like I'm floating on cloud 9. Me too, I admit. I missed him a lot. After a quiet period between us, I begin to talk again. So when's your break tomorrow? Aiden gives me this small smile before we hash out the details for tomorrow. I'm sure Lexi won't mind. He'll be third wheeling. I'm the one who will be third wheeling, Lexi groans. Come on, I thought this trip was just you and me. Me and you. Us against the world. Okay, that's a little dramatic. It's not like I'll ignore you or something. But you'll be there, talking to Aiden, and I won't get any attention, she says with a pout. Of course I'll give you attention, I say, laughing as I throw a bed pillow at her. You sound like such a needy toddler. I am a needy toddler. You usually disappear to visit the booths on your own anyway, I point out. I mean, that's true, but he offered to pay for sushi. Lexi shuts up. Okay, he's allowed to come. I laugh at her, knowing full well Lexi enjoys sushi. He's paying, right? She asks to confirm. Yes, he'll pay for your share. Poor Aiden, taking on this job because he needed money and then offering to pay for expensive sushi. I thought you guys weren't on speaking terms, she mentions. So did I reply, but then he showed up out of nowhere. Hard to ignore him when he's right in front of me, I say. Like that Greg fellow. Yeah, we sure do piss off a lot of guys, don't we? I groan. Ugh, his dick just happened to me in the way of my foot. Lexi also groans. We laugh at each other and then finally turn in for the night. Once more, it's crowded in the lobby. The third day of the con has started. It's time. This time, the focus is on another popular anime. It's always anime, isn't it? Aiden's shift doesn't end until another hour, so Lexi and I have plenty of time to get acquainted with the event. Hey, aren't we in Spain right now? Asks Lexi. I think we come ashore at night. Why? Want to go check it out after we eat sushi? Sounds great! Lexi seems all excited to check out any tourist spots in Spain. Meanwhile, I keep checking the clock to see when Aiden will get off his shift. Lexi continues to be oblivious and browses the various booths. We even sit in on one of the interview panels they have with some of the people that worked on the show. Best of all, no run-in with Greg. He's mysteriously vanished. Well, that can't be good. Good. Seeing him makes my blood boil. I suddenly get a text on my phone. Got a situation here. Can't come. Well, that's vague. What kind of situation? I ask him for clarification, but he doesn't respond anymore. That's almost a little worrying. Hey, Lexi, Aiden says he got hung up at work. Mind if I go check him out? What? Sure, fine. I'll be over here, adding another keychain to my collection, she says, toying around with a bunch of anime figure keychains. I shake my head at her and exit the lobby. Uh-oh. When he said there was a situation, Aiden really wasn't kidding. There is a situation. A crowd has gathered around a few people who are shouting at each other. Aiden is doing his job and trying to make peace. And of course, Greg is there, but also the guy Lexi kicked in the balls from yesterday. It seems they're arguing with each other? Assholes fighting with each other. How surprising. I give a little wave at Aiden to let him know I'm here, but he's too distracted to notice. I told you, you're the one who dropped your phone, you fucking bull. Greg yells at the other guy. Hey now, let's keep this civil or we'll have to escort you out. And you were banned from visiting the pool, Aiden interjects. I'm not at the pool. I'm not in the pool, am I? He argues back. And I just want this moron to compensate for me for breaking my phone. Who are you calling a moron, fat ass? Greg fires back. Alright, enough with the name calling. Both of you are coming with me. Aiden raises his voice. Aiden attempts to grab a hold of Greg, but he pulls his arm away. Don't fucking touch me, he shouts and then takes a swing at Aiden. I gasp as I see Aiden dodge the punch, but he ends up falling in the pool himself. I rush towards him to help him out of the pool. The other guy takes his chance to run away, but Greg stays there when he sees me. Oh, you think a lifeguard needs saving? You just jump after any dick, don't you? He taunts me. Shut up, Greg. I hiss at him as I hoist Aiden out of the water. He looks pissed. I would be too. In fact, I am. Aiden takes out his walkie-talkie and calls out to one of his co-workers. Got a rowdy passenger here who needs to go to the brig. Can I get some help? Greg's eyes widen. What the hell? You can't do that. The fat ass was the one who tried to attack me. And you tried to assault an employee. I point out. Greg takes a few quick breaths, shifting his eyes before he turns on his heel and tries to run. Except he slips and falls right into the pool. He splashes frantically, gulping in a bunch of water as he resurfaces. I expect him to pull himself out, but something is off. He keeps raising his hands above the water, but his face keeps getting submerged. Aiden immediately notices what's wrong and jumps in after him, helping Greg up towards the edge of the pool. He coughs and takes in a few deep breaths, spitting out water. You can't swim, I state. Aiden keeps a hand on Greg's back, trying to ease him into coughing. Just let your body do its thing. Don't hold back, he tells him. Greg slaps his hand away. Don't touch me, he says, coughing. Yeah, you're still coming to the brig, Aiden tells him sternly. I quite admire how he's so level-headed about everything, and the way he noticed Greg was actually drowning and jumped in so fast. He is good at his job. Sorry, Valkii, he apologizes to me. I can't make it to the event right now. That's okay. I got to see something way more entertaining instead. I joke. He gives me a slight smile in return. Text me when you've locked this guy up, alright? I say, waving at him as he apprehends Greg and takes him away from the pool. I've got to tell Lexi about this. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I think we're officially in... Yeah, we're officially in... We've got 1, 2, 3 more chapters left. We've got the passionate epilogue. Alright. I'll see you in the next one.